E3 2016 is happening. Kinda Funny's going all out with Let's Plays and reaction videos all week long. Subscribe now at youtube.com/kindafunnygames to not miss a thing. What's up, guys? I'm Tim Geddes. This is Greg Miller. This is another Kinda Funny E3 2016 Reacts. Today
This is the big one. This is the biggest one you're going to get today. The Walking Dead Season 3 is coming this fall. Clem is there and part of her finger is missing. Can you believe it?
I can't believe it, Greg.
All right. So here we are. Now, Season 3, there's been a lot of speculation. Are we going to have Clem? Are we not going to have Clem? What's going to happen? Pause it for a second. This trailer doesn't give much away in terms of, okay, here's what the story is going to be. Here's where you are. What I want to point out is, of course, we left off with the Season 2 ends, multiple endings, spoiler alert, right? Pretty much, though, I think canonically, right, we're going to say at some point she gets to Wellington. Maybe you got to Wellington with Kenny and left him outside. Maybe you walked off on your own like I did. I think eventually, though, you're getting to Wellington. In Ohio is where Wellington, Ohio is set. What I like about this one as we go, it's fall. I feel like there's a lot of brick, a lot of alleyways, which make me think of Boston, makes me think of real America, as Colin Moriarty would call it. Is that what it is? Who the hell knows? Let it go. We got a walker here. Now, what's important about this, and that'll come up later, it took me a couple of viewings to catch it. I'll point it out when it happens. He's going to turn around here, and right here, over his shoulder, is a marking. It looks like a 76. Right there. You gotta, maybe it's a 76. Again, that would play out into the Boston, the New England area, about the real America and everything else like that.
Greg.
But we have a 76 there, which this guy at the end is going to call out. But again, brick, cobblestone, fall, gives me that northeast feeling. I don't know if that's what it is. Maybe it's just going for. But here we go. Burning car, no big deal. Got a walker eating somebody over here. Hooray. Then here's a noise. What? Boom. Ow. And then pause. Clementine, missing over here on her left, a ring finger. Maybe, again, she got to Wellington. Maybe there are a bunch of assholes there and you steal something, you get your finger cut off. Maybe they find out that you shot Kenny like I did. They cut your finger off. Who knows? Let it go. We get to see a much older, give me a pause, much older Clem. Again, we're continuing to go on now. Of course, I am what they like to call an expert at young girls. I'm putting her somewhere in the 13-year-old range. 14-year-old range, probably 13 or 14. Tim, does that look like a 13 or 14-year-old?
I'm going to give 14, 15.
14, 15? Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't talk. You assume it's going to be Melissa. Pause. Right there again, 76 or whatever we want to call that marker is. And he says, that one was marked. We must be getting close. You'd imagine he escaped from somewhere that brands their people and he's coming back now. That's the thing. But most importantly, Clem's back. Now, I don't like that he's the talking character in this trailer. It makes me worry that, of course, we're going to play as him and not play as Clem, because I want to play as Clem, of course.
Of course.
But most importantly, Walking Dead from Telltale returns this fall.
Yay.
Telltale, no shortage of games they're working on.
You think there's a reason they didn't say Season 3 anywhere in this?
No, I think it's easy enough for us in our head to call it Season 3, and it will be called Season 3 and da-da-da-da. But you figure, it's The Walking Dead, right? It's the same way as, the comic is an ongoing thing. Sure, we talk about issues or volumes or compendiums.
So, timeline-wise, because, the games are in the same canonical universe as the comics. Where do you think this falls? Do you think that this is finally getting a bit more to where we're at in the comics? Because
you definitely start pushing up against that, yeah. Michonne, of course, was them playing, if you're not aware, spoilers, the comics jump ahead in time at one point. Michonne's game from Telltale filled in her gap a little bit. It didn't really tell you that much. You didn't miss much of what's happening there. So yeah, we're definitely getting close to being at least concurrent with what's happening in the comics. But then again, it's always that weird thing of when you sit down and you talk to somebody about what's the timeline of The Walking Dead, you're like, oh shit, it's been a year? Because always that thing where you sit down and Telltale's the same way, where we got the great Season 1 and then clearly it jumped so far ahead when we open with Omid and Krista. We open up with Omid and Krista when Clem's still small and then jump ahead. I think it was 18 months, wasn't it? 16 to 18 months or something like that. We jumped ahead. And then here, clearly more times passed.
Well, there you go. Returns this fall. Walking Dead. If you're hyped, let us know in the comments below. Thank you, Greg.
No problem, thank you.
You got an astute eye.
That's what I do.
As they say.
These aren't just for show. These are glasses I use to look at 13-year-old girls.
My God, I had a worry you were going to go there, and then you did. That's Greg Miller for you. We'll see you soon.
I need to buy a van.